and I'm with Fit to Serve. So today I'm going to show you how to plant a seed kit. So with you, you should have a container to go ahead and plant the seeds in. You will also have a bag of soil, and then you will have 4 seed packets. Now you'll have a cucumber, you'll have a green bean, and then you can have 2 different types of flowers. It does not matter what type. So these are the 2 that I have with me today that we are going to plant. So you also need 2 other things that are not included with your kit. You will need something to put your tray on top of, so that way it can collect the water in case it were to come through. Then you'll also need a bottle of water so that we can water our seeds at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my tray on top of the plate that I have, and I'm gonna begin by putting soil into it. Now, this part can get a little messy, so if you need to, go ahead and have paper towels by. And so as I'm filling this, I know that it might not fill it all the way, but I'm gonna try to make it just about as even as possible. I'm also not gonna pack it down tight. I'm just gonna kind of let it hang loose for a little bit until I get my seeds in. Right. So with this one, I have enough soil that it's actually going to fill it to the top. So I'm just gonna leave the extra in the bag. Now the first thing that I want to do is go ahead and prepare to put the seeds in. So I'm going to take a finger and I'm just going to swirl it around to make a little hole. I don't want to go too deep, because if you go way down into the soil, it just makes it that much harder for the seed to come up. So I'm just going to make a tiny little hole in all 4 of the quadrants of my tray. So the first seed that I'm going to plant is going to be the bean. I know that these seeds are a little bigger, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one first. I'm going to use 2 seeds in each quadrant. If the first one doesn't germinate, then you have a backup that will come up. So I'm going to place 2 into the hole there. The next one I'm going to grab is cucumber. These seeds are a little smaller. These seed packets can also be a little difficult to open, so just make sure that you're very careful when opening them so the seeds don't go all over the place. Okay, I'm going to take 2 of these and I'm going to place them in here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start on flowers. These are super tiny, like very hard to even pick up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 of these in here just because they're so tiny. And then I have my last seed packet that I'm going to put in. All right, so now that we have the seeds already in the holes that we made, we're gonna go ahead and cover them. You make sure that you don't are too rough with it when putting it over. You just kind of want to brush it over. That way it kind of covers them enough that they have soil on top, but that they're not pushed deep into the soil. So if you need to add a little bit more on top, that's okay. We have some extra in the bag here. I think those look great. So everything is covered here in my tray. And the last thing that I want to do is I'm going to add water. And we are good. So the last and final step that you have to do is make sure that this gets into the sun. If it is not in the sun, it will not grow. So it needs that sunlight in order to sprout. So we have added our soil, we have put our seeds in, and then we covered them and we added water, and that last step that I'm going to do is to put it in the sun. So thank you for joining me, and I hope that your seeds sprout and that they are very plentiful. Thank you.